Self-employed, not by choice, but because this is pretty much where I landed. Not a lot of people will take you in if you're a felon ex-drug addict. So the beginning of my drug use was all just for fun. I made a lot of money. Drugs were cheap, and there's a lot of it. Started using probably in the mid-'80s, like the rest of my generation. Cocaine was my thing, because it was the best. Don't get me wrong, if I still had the money, I'd probably still be doing it. No, that's not true. If I didn't get so damn addicted. It's an insidious drug. It doesn't care who you are. It likes that you have money, and then it will take everything from you. Not just your money, but your life.
When the time came.
Snorting cocaine, and then I started cooking cocaine, which means I was smoking it, which back then was called freebase, but today's word would be crack. I spent enough money on that to probably buy Long Island. I made a ton of money, tons of money, and then when you use it like that, it takes everything from you. So I wouldn't go to work today. I was going to stay home. And then I ain't going to go to work tomorrow. And then I'd be out of work for a week. But I had a business, so it didn't really matter. I just let them do their thing. Well, it came to the point where I had everything and then I had nothing. I lost everything. I lost my business. I was married for a little while. She continued to do it, and she lost, gosh, probably 5 or 6 miscarriages. She cleaned up. We separated, and then I went to prison, not for the drugs, but because I beat the pee out of her boyfriend with a helmet. It was interesting. Spent almost 3 years in prison for that. And that was probably my saving grace, because I was still using when I went in. Not as much because I didn't have enough money, but there's nobody bringing me drugs in jail. I could have got drugs in jail, but I didn't want to pay the price. That's all I'm saying. So 34 months in jail is where that went. And I came out with nothing. And actually got back into my business. I got back into being an adjuster, which was amazing because I had a record, but they still trusted me enough, and I made a good enough impression on them that they trusted me. But then life caught up with me. My ex-wife didn't like the fact that I was successful yet, and she just made my life miserable. So I wound up losing that job, and which really sucked, because I had so much going for me with it. But the first thing I wanted to do when I lost that job was get high. First thing. And I did too. I found somebody. This is in another state, so if you're desperate enough, you can find it. It's there. So I did, and I started down that rabbit hole again. And that's I think when I truly realized that I was an addict. Because the first time I quit, I didn't quit because I wanted to, because I was in jail. Really, what are you gonna do? So I started again, and that was about 18 years ago. But it was short-lived because I saw the writing on the wall, and that's when I started going to NA classes and talking about just what I'm talking to you about, to make sure that I didn't do it again. And started this business that you've seen pictures of, because I really had nothing else, which was a bad thing too in a way, because I got paid cash all the time, and I knew that I could go and do it. I'm like, I just invested my life in the business, and I've been doing this business since 2006. 12 years. Oh crap, I didn't even think of that. 12 years I've been doing this. And I do okay. The girl interviewing me, her boyfriend, is one of my customers. So I do repair cars for him. And if this is going to be read or viewed by a person that is an addict, I feel you. And there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because I know when you're smoking or shooting up whatever your drug of choice is in someone's living room and you think life is good and you're high and you feel great, trust me, it's not going to take you any way you want to go except to a really bad place. And
What is your...
my motivation?
Yeah.
Well, no one can force you to quit. If you want to get high, you're going to get high no matter what. So there's no way around that. You can be forced into a rehab center and it will do absolutely nothing unless you yourself want to improve yourself. That's the only way it's going to happen. Trust me when I tell you this. There's nobody's going to make you quit unless you quit. So I thought it was my son that could keep me clean, but it wasn't. There's nobody that can do it for you. No, there is nothing. There is no person that you can't say, look, I'm going to quit because I'm in love with my fiance who should be holding that now. I would find a way around it, honestly, but that would be living a lie. And I think that's the key. And being an addict, you live a lie. You think you're happy, but you're not. There's a reason why you're doing drugs. It's not because it's so cool. You feel so good when you do it. It's not the way it is. There was something missing in my life, and it was me. That I wasn't happy with myself. That's probably the truth of it. Don't get me wrong. If Maria found out that I got high one day, she'd fucking kill me. She'd cut my balls off and then kill me. I don't think she'd leave me over it. She'd try to help me, but how do you stay clean? You just one day at a time. I learned that in NA. It's one day at a time. I wish I had found that organization sooner than I did because I was already clean when I found them. But they're cool people to talk to because we all have the same goal and they all have similar stories. Everybody's story is exactly the same. The details may be different, but the story's the same. And I could always tell, that was another thing, when I would go to these meetings, I would see people, and I knew they were high while they were there. But God bless them, they were there. They might have got high right before they walked in the door, but they were still there, trying to get off the shit. And then I actually took on, I became a sponsor. I don't know if you know what this sponsor means, is you have an addict that's out there and they're trying to become clean, and I was probably clean about 10 years at this point, and had a family, nicest kid on the planet. And his wife would call me because she knew my number. I said, if anything happens, call me. So he'd be missing. He's been gone for 2 days, Matt. What do I do? I said, well, I'll go find him. And it was the weirdest thing because within hours of her calling me, he'd call me. I'm out of money. I'm cold. I gave my card to my drug dealer so he can go sell drugs. And that's what they would do too. Drug dealers would take your shit, like your house. They'd set up shop in your house. Crack is in. They'd set up shop in your house and they'd be making crack and they'd selling crack right out of your house. Just so they had a place that was safe for them. Meanwhile, they've been feeding you for a week now. Just to shut you up, keep you happy. And it's an insidious thing. So I'd go to all the neighborhoods down in North Carolina. This was in North Carolina where I knew shit was like going on. And I'd find him, there he was, walking, doing stupid shit. And I said, you know, your wife is looking for you. She called you? Yeah, she called me. I said, come on, get in the car. And I'd buy him something to eat because he hasn't eaten in 3 days. And then he'd be good for like a year, 2 years. And I'd see him at the meetings every, we'd run into each other at the store. And then that phone call, 4 o'clock in the morning, it'd be his wife again. Oh, I don't know where he is. I'm like, I'll go get him. And we do it again. And then I moved to come back to New York, which I thought was going to be hard for me to, because drugs are everywhere here. And I wasn't here more than a month before I ran into somebody from my past. Hey, and they're still using. Hey man, you look good. What you put on, 50 pounds? I'm like, more like 80, because I was 160 pounds when I went to jail. And now I'm 220, so that's a lot of weight, but 60 pounds, right? About that. Imagine me 60 pounds lighter than I am right now. I was so skinny, I only had one side. There's a lot of ones. I remember waking up on someone's couch. Don't even know where I was. I was on Long Island. I hadn't been to work. Work was calling. And I had to go to work. And I was still high. I remember being in the car crying. thinking of how bad I screwed things up. That was the one that sticks with me. Waking up under a bridge, right down the road here, that was another one. The prison time had nothing to do with drugs. That was just me losing the temper, but you see a lot of addicts come and go out of there, that's for sure. And I just didn't want to be one no more. I guess that was it. I didn't want to die. I didn't want to wind up begging. Oh, that's another thing. I begged at 7-Eleven. Can you imagine me begging at 7-Eleven? Can you picture me doing that? You don't know that side of me, right? It's crazy. Yeah, I stood at 7-Eleven freezing to death. And this is sad. I had no money in my pockets except that I had my hands in my pocket. The only thing I had in my hand now was a crack pipe and a lighter. Do that. And waited to get enough money to make a phone call to call somebody to bring me some drugs so I can get high and then start the whole process over again. So, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. But it's like that with anything. I mean, you can be addicted to anything. Mine just happened to be cocaine.